Hello, my friends. I'm back again. Welcome to Paper Happinessity with Monica. My name is Monica Formosa and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the Wide Bay area of Queensland. And yesterday when I came on live, I had so much fun that I thought I'd come on again today and create these boxes that I promised I would do. And just bear with me, I'm just putting my AirPods in my ears. I don't know whether it's going to make any difference to the sound or not, but that's fine. Okay, let me just refresh my page to make sure that I am actually live, because if not, we will need to start again. Yes, and I hope my screen's all right, because I faffed about trying to get the proper, I might just see if I can go back a bit, proper angle, but I know for a fact that my phone isn't level, but I don't want to mess with it too much. Okay, so I don't have anything to show you, so we're going to go off a photo. These are the boxes that I made. This is a photo. And this was inspired by Claire at Created The Ottaway. So it's a little pop-up box. And then I have done I actually printed out this on my laptop, and because what I wanted was a smaller sentiment. And I couldn't find anything in my stash, and I kind of liked that sentiment for Friends of the Flowers in the Garden of Life. It kind of suited the occasion. Okay, I'll just move all this out the road. I will put this here. This is the measurements, and somewhere on my desk I had a piece of copper clay cardstock, and of course it's gone missing. That's fine. I had a piece of copper clay already measured out, but take a screenshot. I have included centimeters this time round. I don't work in centimeters, I'm sorry. Let me just move that up a bit. I don't work in centimeters, so but I thought for today I would convert it. So for today's project, what I'm going to do, I'll put that here, bring my photo back in, it's a bit big. I'm going to use the layering leaves as my sentiment, and I've stamped out for you because it's nice and tiny. A nice thank you might also work, but what you need is just something little and tiny and small. And I'm using the Secret C. I've used the Secret C to stamp out my sentiment. I've done that in advance, and I've used the Spotlight on Nature dies. Now, these, we're not sure yet. They aren't carrying over into the next catalogue. They might become an online exclusive. We don't know until next week what's happening with them. Okay. Hello, my Sharon. How are you this afternoon? Is it a bit warm and sticky up your way? Speaking of the weather, I have my fan going because I've had to close my windows. My studio here is at right angles to my son's bedroom, and he is in his room at the moment playing computer games, and his language can be quite colourful. So for that reason, I've had to close my windows and put my fan on, so you might hear a bit of background noise happening. All right. Okay. For my box, these are retired, but you can use any box. The lovely Claire, when she made hers, actually created her own box, and it was a book. She made a book so that when you opened up the front cover of the book, you had this lovely pop-up bit in the middle. So these are the Scalloped Gift Card Boxes. I had these in my stash, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to use them. These are the boxes, and you just fold on the score lines. They do come with these lovely inserts that you can put a gift card in. I didn't use those. Okay. Kathy Kirshner, welcome. Nice to have you here. I'm going to use the new Floral Impressions Designer Series paper. This is part of the suite that will come in as an online exclusive in May. It was available to us demonstrators who went to Onstage in Brisbane as part of our pre-order. What I've got and what I went and did is this beautiful paper here, this sheet, which I think might be just my favorite. And I've gone and fussy cut a heap of these flowers, and we're going to use them. Now, the other options, you can use punched images or cardstock, die cuts, but they can't be too large. We don't want anything too big, because what happens is that when it folds, it's got to fold down into the inside of the box. So yeah, you don't want anything too large. So I thought these would be perfect. And then I'm going to use the back side of this because I thought, or the reverse side I should say, whoops, because I thought these would look lovely on here. And I've also done some leaves. So that's what we're using, okay? All right, paper trimmer I will need. I'm going to just take all this away. Now, has everyone got the measurements? Those are the measurements for this particular box, I will say. Now, let me grab one, because we will need one. You can use any box, create your own, or any boxes that are available to purchase. It's just a matter of converting your measurements, and that is quite easy. I'll leave that there. Quite easy to do. Now, these come pre-scored, and it's just a matter of folding up all those score lines. We can burnish them just to give a little bit of a smoother or a crisper fold. Now, this particular box measures 4 across. I'm not quite sure what that measurement is, but that's a 4 across. Where's my ruler? You do need to know, because that will then tell you. And that's roughly like 2 3/4 by 4 inches. Oh, sorry, centimeters. Does it really matter? Just under 10. And this is just under 7, 7.2 or 3. Anyway. And I am actually going to be making this one a little bit different to the ones I made for Brisbane. Where's my photo? And I will explain. And of course. So in my original ones, what I did is I cut some DSP and put in behind, just to give it a little bit more, just to finish it off so the background wasn't quite so boring. It's and keeping it white. But what I'm going to do this time is I'm actually going to make this bit, the pop out bit, a little bit longer, and actually cover that up so we don't need to put that DSP in behind. But please feel free. And to cut that, all you need to do is just to measure these sections here. Anyway, I don't think I've cut all that, but that's fine. Let me just put these all in the box, because in the container, so I'm going to need all them. Right, so here's the deal. This particular box is 4 inches. what we need to do is create a square that's also 4 inches. So whatever box you're using, if you make your own, that's fine, but whatever this measurement is, you need a square so that the folding mechanism doesn't overlap inside. Maybe move, oh, sorry guys, I am not in the right spot here. Thanks, Kathy, I'm not watching I moved it. It's really hard because I really don't, I can't move my, is that any better? A bit more? Let's come down a bit more maybe. It's really tricky. All right. Yeah, sorry, I need to keep looking at my comments. Sorry, guys. All right. I need to then maybe come up, remember to come up into this section. All right. So do you want me to go over that again, guys? Like how I explained that? Any box that you make or use, you use this measurement to create the pop-up bit. So this is the leftover and I'm using the reverse side. So for this, I'm going to score at 3/4 of an inch. Score at 2 3/4, because that will give me my, that's a 2 inch, like that's a 2 inch measurement. I'm going to go across to 4 3/4, which will then give me my square. And then I'm going to trim at 5 1/4, and that's going to give me cut. All right. So this measurement by these 2 sections will give me my 4 inch square. So now what we need to do is we need to find this score line and this score line. We're going to line them up in the cutting track, or in the track here, cutting or scoring, and we're going to just score that diagonally. And I'll just move that out the road because I don't need my cutting blade. All right, so, and go very gently because this is DSP and it's not cardstock, so you just need to go very, very gently. Otherwise you might just, if you press too hard, you'll end up splitting your paper. All right, so I've married that score line and that score line to the track. And if you've done all your measurements right, and I haven't, that should crisscross in the middle, and it hasn't, but that's all right. I don't think I've cut that right. Oh, where are my inches? Yeah, that's not cut right. Oops, sorry guys, but that's all right. We'll just cut another one. Oops, this way. 4 inches. So I'm going to go across 4 inches, cut. I need to cut it at 5 1/2, not 5 1/4, which is where I think I went wrong. All right, so 4 by 5 1/2. We're going to score at 3/4. Score at 2 3/4, and then 4 3/4, and score our crisscross. Get that out the road, and score this crisscross. That's good because you all needed to see it again, didn't you? Oh dear. Okay. So we've got this fold and a fold, this score line, a score line in the center and another score line down the bottom and this crisscross. And we need to now go and we're going to burnish them in both directions. So one way and then the other, because we really need this to fold really well on the inside. And then this one. And then this one. Okay. So let me come up a bit more. I forget that my camera's not where it needs to be. So then what we need to do is we need to push these sides in. And also burnish those fold lines. All right, so this is what happens. We're going to, so it's like this, we're going to push those in and we have this happening. So that is now your pop-up mechanism. You got that? Awesome. I hope we're following. All right, so let's put our box together. And this is really easy. It's not, the sides just fold over. You've got to tuck these tabs in. And then there's a little tab, I'm not sure whether you can see that, there's a little tab and there's this slot here and that just goes, tucks in there. You can add, you can glue them with a little bit of glue or adhesive of your choice, but you really don't need to because that is actually quite secure. Like the little tabs on the sides just fit in nice and neatly. There's your box. Okay, so there's our box. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to glue this up here and in here. So we can do the bottom first. What I like to do is the bottom first. My choice of adhesive is wet glue because that gives me a little bit of wriggle time. And for some reason this is coming out everywhere. And we're just going to glue that in. Bring it down as far as you can. You don't really want it touching the top. And I'm going to just sneak that in there nice and tight. Oh, hang on. This needs to go over. Missed that bit. Need that. And we'll just sneak that up so it's nice and snug. Okay, so we've got that happening nice and snug in here. And then this one, we're going to add a little bit of glue. And we're going to glue this, fold your lid down and then glue that to the top. You don't want it stretched right out because that will stop the pop-up from happening. Okay, so that when you open it, the pop-up happens. Okay. All right. For some reason, I am not seeing comments. Hang on a moment. Yeah, I don't know. There's something going on with my laptop. Okay, so now it's a matter of decorating, I have stamped and stamped and die cut for you that uses the beautiful new Secret Sea ink. It's just gorgeous, and it stamps so well. It's just amazing. It's not as harsh as black, but it still gives you a nice dark stamped sentiment. And I do need dimensionals somewhere here in my some dimensionals. I think when I did this, I just glued this directly, and it's just a matter now of trying to work out where you'd like to place it. When you're putting in your bits and pieces, don't go over those score lines, because then it's not going to fold. All right, so a little bit of glue, and we'll just bring that down so it's not. So we got that popping up. Guys, for some reason I'm actually not seeing my comments, so if you have any questions, I'll actually come back and answer them later. There's some issues there apparently that it's not happy with. Okay, so now we can add in a few flowers. And a few leaves. And it's just a matter of decorating however you like, really. For this one, I use the Paper Florist dies. And you can use punches, you can fussy cut your images, that's entirely up to you. All right, I'm going to just, and like I said, Claire from Created The Ottaway inspired this lovely project. I actually might just put glue on that one. Pop him in the background. Oops. There. And it's just a matter of filling in then all those panels. This is actually the easy bit. It's these ones here that are a little bit trickier. Let me put Alright, so what you need to remember when you're doing these is don't go over those fold lines. Oops. I'm going to turn you around because I think you might look a little bit nicer that way. Okay, so it's starting to come together. I'm going to just put this, because I've got my little circle there, I'm just going to, spin that, put him under there just to fill in that little section. And I'll also put in a leaf. And then we'll, oops, fill in this bit. That went somewhere, probably to the floor. And I'll just throw in some leaves. Now, of course, what you could do is add a little sentiment across the bottom rather than on the other sections. The test will be whether or not I can close it. Oops, let's go. It is a little bit fiddly. All right, I've just put glue there and I shouldn't have. All right, does it close? Yes, it does. All right, so there we are. Have I got, I don't know whether, yeah, let me put, because I've got these, I may as well use them. Oh, I need a couple of little extra little ones. This is what I'm after. Oh, okay. So that hasn't quite worked because this flower here went over and it's bending that, but that's all right. Here's another little, might just put that one up. Monodimensional. Yeah, so sorry guys, like I said, if you have any questions I'll come back and just answer anything, questions that you might have. Actually, all right, there we go. So that closes, and then what I did is I actually did a belly band and decorated and put their names on the belly band. You can see that in the photo that I shared earlier. That's cool. I love that, and I love those colors. Pinks and blues and greens would be a big favorite of mine. It's complementary, actually. No, it's not. What is it, girls? Yeah, not quite an alginous, whatever they call it, but and I don't think it's complementary either. I don't know. I'm learning all that when I'm at Art for Stampin' School. We're learning all about the colour wheel and what all the colours mean and how they work together, and next thing on my list is to do some homework for that for next week. But yeah. All right, everyone, that's it. There's the measurements again if anyone needs to be reminded. And that really does just close up, and with a belly band. I mean, you could let me cut. I can just cut a strip here. I'm going to use the same as the inside. And that's really loose. I don't make my belly bands too tight. Just trim this. You could put a label on there, and I've got, so what I might do is actually might make a label and use the flowers that I have left over. I wasn't quite sure how many I needed. Where's the label punch? Not in that drawer. Or you could do a circle. Let me think, cardstock. I have a million scraps here, so that's what I'm trying to find one that's actually half decent. Is this going to work? White is probably not the right colour, but we can just add these. And I used all my little ones on the inside, so that's a bit of a problem. I'll just, oh. And I will stick these ones up, oops, stick these ones up on. Okay, let me take that out of the equation. Let me bring this up. All right, so I've punched using the modern oval punch. And now I'm just going to, I don't know, not sure which way this is meant to go. Where's my, oops. We have that happening. And we have that happening. Now I've left the join at the top because I'm going to cover that over with my label. There we are, and I have a little bit of glue there that's, oh, I don't have my, I'm going to just take that off. There, all done. So there's our belly band. We're going to slide that off, open our box, and we have this gorgeous little surprise on the inside. All right, everyone. Oh, you like that, Julia? And now I'm actually seeing my comments. Julia, these were my pillow gifts for my roomies in Brisbane. Quite a special bunch of ladies, and I thought they deserved something a little bit special, so that's what I did for them. Right, okay guys, I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed that. Clean up all this that's going on here in front of me. And I will upload this to YouTube as well, so it'll be there for prosperity, because YouTube, Facebook is being a little bit difficult with our live videos at the moment. So you have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll catch you all again next time. Thanks so much also for being here and popping in. I enjoy having everyone as company. It's a little bit different to how I normally operate. All right, guys, bye for now.